Welcome to my channel. Real life wonders. Everyone saw it happen. A hard, humiliating hit across her face, but no one dared to move because the man who did it wore a chest full of medals. And the woman he struck, she wasn't supposed to hit back. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. The crowd froze in the middle of the dusty parade ground. The morning ceremony had just ended. Soldiers still in formation, brass instruments glinting under the sun. General Marcus Hale towering, decorated, every inch the image of command, had lost his temper. The young female officer beside him, Corporal Dana Reeves, had accidentally spilled a few drops of coffee on his uniform while handing him a report. His elbow came fast, a cold, violent swing meant to humiliate, not harm, but the sound of it echoed sharp as a gunshot. Dana staggered back, hand to her cheek. No one spoke. The air hung thick with fear and disbelief. The general's voice sliced through it. "Watch where you're going, Marirain," he barked. But the moment their eyes met, something in his expression faltered. Because Dana didn't look away. She didn't flinch. She stood tall, a quiet, unshakable calm behind the pain. Whispers rippled through the ranks. Someone muttered, "That's Reeves. She's the one from Kandahar." Another added, "The one who carried 3 men out under fire." The general's jaw tensed. He hadn't known. She transferred recently. No ceremony, no announcement, just another Marine assigned for logistics duty. But in the silence that followed, the truth began to bleed out. The captain stepped forward, voice low. "Sir, Corporal Reeves earned a Silver Star. She led Bravo 6 during the fall of Helmont." The general blinked. For a second, his authority seemed to crack like old armor. The crowd was watching. Even the younger recruits, wide-eyed, rigid, were waiting to see what he'd do next. Dana didn't shout. She didn't cry. She simply said, her voice steady, "Permission to speak freely." "Sir," he hesitated. "Granted, you taught us. Respect is earned through strength," she said, her cheek already bruising. "But real strength is knowing when not to use." There it was, the invisible shift, the kind of moment that pulls every soul in the yard toward truth. The general opened his mouth to respond, but before a sound came out, the base commander stepped out from the line of officers. "That'll be all, Corporal," he said. "Report to medical." The ceremony was over, but the story wasn't. That evening, word spread across the base like wildfire. No one talked about the awards or the parade. They talked about her, about the woman who took a hit and stood her ground without striking back. In the officers' quarters, the general sat alone, staring at his reflection. He'd spent 30 years teaching soldiers obedience, but none had ever taught him humility until that morning. He replayed her words over and over. Real strength is knowing when not to use it. 2 days later, a quiet knock echoed at Dana's door. When she opened it, the general stood there. No medals, no guards, just a folded letter in his hand. His voice was heavy but honest. "I was wrong, Marine," he said. "You showed me something the field never could." He handed her a new set of orders, a promotion, and beneath it, a handwritten note for courage under restraint. Dana looked at him for a long moment. "Thank you, sir," she said. "But I didn't do it for rank." He nodded. "I know." The next morning, when she stepped out for inspection, the same soldiers who'd watched her humiliation now stood at attention. One by one they saluted, not because she outranked them, but because she'd earned something deeper. Respect. Because strength isn't the loudest in the room. Sometimes it's the one that stays calm when the world expects rage. Because true power isn't about how hard you hit. It's about how strong you stand. And sometimes the ones who refuse to fight are the ones who've already won their biggest battles. If this story moved you, share your thoughts below. And if you believe in courage that speaks softly but stands tall, make sure to subscribe. More untold stories are coming soon, right?